Thank you for joining me today on Good News with Twanda Black, where we're discovering some of the most inspiring trials to triumph stories and empowerment moments. Call up a friend and let them know it's time for some good news.
Welcome to Good News with Twanda Black. I am your host. We talk with folks from all walks of life about their good news because ultimately, when our brothers and sisters are doing well, we are doing well too. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this next guest. David Washington joins us. He is a highly experienced real estate broker, a certified dispute mediator and creator of real estate training courses and programs designed to help homeowners, buyers, and real estate professionals navigate some difficult situations that they may face, and especially in this environment that we're in now. How are you today, David?
I'm well, Ms. Twanda. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. You know, you look a little youngish, so talk about talk about the changes in this real estate industry because it's changed a lot.
It has. And so for the record, I will be 59 years old next month.
All right.
I look a little younger than I am, but I really am, will be 59 years old. So I am a real estate broker, and I'm not your typical real estate broker. I specialize in what I call real estate drama. This particular environment that we're in, my specialties consist of interfering with the foreclosure process. I write real estate courses because I'm licensed in Georgia as a real estate broker, but I'm also licensed in Washington, D.C. But people are losing homes throughout the United States. So I write programs that specialize in helping people interrupt the foreclosure process for the sake of being able to look at other options that can protect their home. Georgia and the state of Texas are the two fastest foreclosure states in the United States.
I believe it. Yeah.
You can actually be foreclosed on lock, stock, and barrel and being evicted by month 5.
Wow.
That means, and there's no statutory right of redemption, which means your home gets auctioned on the first Tuesday of the month, every month. Mm-hmm. And after that, you are getting an eviction notice, better known as dispossessory. The homeowners they've lost everything at that point. Mm-hmm. So I have written programs to help people mediate and mitigate their situations. One of my programs is called Secrets to Interrupting Foreclosure and is designed to get that foreclosure sale stopped.
So, and you know, most people know what that means, foreclosure, but just talk a little bit more in depth about it and also how to prevent it because sometimes people just don't know what to do.
So this government that we're in now, this environment is very dangerous to the average, to the average homeowner. They've lost jobs, they've had cutbacks, they've lost health insurance coverage to where their insurance is sometimes more than their house notes because of the tax credits that have been eliminated. This administration has also hit people that's got PPP loans and those idle loans. I've been experiencing several new clients recently that got PPP loans. They did not apply for the forgiveness. Those loans got into default and they go and request a loan modification. They get approved for the trial period modification, which is just temporary. But by the time 90 days is over and that modification becomes permanent, they get denied because they have a defaulted PPP loan through the SBA, and you cannot have a defaulted guaranteed government loan, whether it's guaranteed or insured, and get a modification if you have an FHA, VA, or a USDA mortgage, which constitutes a large percentage of course, minorities. This is a unique governing time that we're in, just put it to you that way. One of the other things that they've removed is if you've redefaulted, if let's say you've been successful and you've gotten a loan modification and you redefault, which a lot of people do, just because you've had one set of circumstances and you've gotten your situation improved, don't mean you're not eligible for another set of circumstances. I literally just had a death in the family 2 hours ago. And it could be devastating to a person when that person didn't have health insurance, or you have expenses that's related to that. But now you go back into you redefault on a modification. Now you cannot reapply, or you're not even eligible until 2 years have passed. By that time, the mortgage companies would have already foreclosed on you. So this a lot of people are in survival mode, and let me say who is in survival mode. Anyone that has a paycheck that has to pay a mortgage and relies on that paycheck to pay a mortgage is vulnerable. And that is what motivated me to create my Secrets to Interrupting Foreclosure program.
Now, how do people begin to talk with you about that? Online, or how do you do that?
So right now, believe it or not, my biggest audience is on TikTok. I literally just got finished uploading a series of 10-part series called The Foreclosure Escape Plan, where I talk about different phases of foreclosure and different things that people go through. I just got finished doing one called A Divorce in Foreclosure, which is also one of the programs that I've created, because a large amount of people that go through foreclosure is experiencing some type of marital issue. And just a lot of hurt people. So one of the programs that I've written is called Divorce in Real Estate. I have another called Secrets to Interrupting Foreclosure. I'll have another one that is specific to loan modifications. So I upload my courses for free on YouTube. My talk show is called Let's Talk Real Estate with David and Company on YouTube. And I'm always putting information out there to help people for free. Now, a lot of folks don't know how to communicate with the mortgage companies. They don't know the mortgage process. They don't work at mortgage companies. There's a lot of things that mortgage companies do that's a little irritating. So for instance, today is the 16th. Someone has just received a foreclosure notice today. They go contact the mortgage company and ask for help, a loan modification, a repayment plan, a forbearance agreement. The mortgage company puts them through the process. That's about 2 weeks. Now we're getting closer to Foreclosure Tuesday for the first Tuesday of May. A lot of times these mortgage companies will wait till the 11th hour and deny these homeowners. And now it's too late for them to utilize other options to get the foreclosure sale stopped. So one of the ways that if you're in the state of Georgia or in the state of Texas, you can contact me by going to foreclosuretuesdaytaskforce.com, and you can book an appointment with me or my staff. If you're outside of Georgia, you can go to stopforeclosuresecrets.com. And on those websites, you have a wealth of information. You can read all about judicial foreclosure, non-judicial foreclosure, the statutory rate of redemption. It gives you a lot of information, a lot of resources, but it also allows you to watch some of my free training. It also allows you to, if you can do this on your own, I give you a free 10-question checklist on the things you need to ask your mortgage company to get the proper assistance, and the things you don't say to your mortgage company. A lot of people get in trouble because they give too much information. So this whole thing is really about guiding people. They can do it on their own, or they can hire me or my staff, and we'll walk them through the process step by step. This is what I specialize in.
So, David, as we stated at the beginning, that of course this environment is a little different, and the mortgage industry has changed a lot. Do you think people are buying more house than they need, or they're getting into things that they can't afford?
So,
what do you think?
So that's a good question. If the mortgage process or the home buying process is doing what it's supposed to do, meaning loan officers. The average homeowner don't know what they can afford. That is the loan officer's job. That is the underwriter's job. That is the real estate agent's job, because there are things that we do as real estate professionals to pre-qualify a homeowner for what they can actually afford. So now back in the day when people were getting the subprime mortgages and they could just get these stated loans and they had a credit score of 620 above, it didn't matter what your income was.
All of that,
right. Those were, you could put a lot of the blame on the borrower at that time or the buyer at that time, but it's still the loan officer that's running the numbers. It's still the underwriter that's reviewing the numbers. So I'm not saying that the homeowner is not responsible. I'm just saying everybody is responsible. That homeowner is looking at a dream home. They're looking at, okay, I could raise my kids here. We, just got married, but they don't count for things happening. And who do? I mean, who in their lifetime say, okay, well, you know what, we're going to have a car. I might have a car accident in 2 years, right, or I may lose a job in 6 months. So we already dealing with life issues because tomorrow is not promised and it's not guaranteed. One thing is guaranteed, but it's not the success of you being able to maintain your mortgage. So I would say, yes, a lot of responsibilities do fall on a homeowner, not being able to understand what they could really afford.
Now, does the industry still make you do the little class before you, the homeowners class, before you actually go through that process like they used to?
Yes and no. If you're going through NACA or if you're going through a first-time buyers program, then yeah, they want to educate you about the process and things of that nature. So if you're getting down payment assistance, they require you to go through a level of education. But that's only for first-time buyer FHA mortgages that's using down payment assistance. To just go out and buy a house outside of that, no, there's no required courses or anything for a homeowner to go through.
My Lord, I work at a courthouse here in the metropolitan area, and I see that Tuesday courthouse steps. It's crazy. Sometimes I just go stand out there and watch it,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking these are families' homes, but it's so faceless,
Right. Yeah, and it's painful to see. A lot of times, homeowners don't take care of their business. I had a gentleman in my subdivision. His mom died in 2018. She had a home equity line of credit on a property. Because it was such a small amount, the lender charged it off and so on and so forth. Fast forward to 2024, they now are starting to foreclose on a house. He cuts grass for a living. Now, he didn't take care of any probate stuff, didn't deal with anything. My business, the secrets to interrupting foreclosure, is specializes in interrupting the foreclosure process at the last minute. So, of course, I found out about this gentleman. He had not taken care of any probate documentation. He had no authorization to communicate with the mortgage, no authority to sell the property or refinance it, any of that. We had to go and rush and take care of all of that. I have paralegals on my staff as well as attorneys across the United States that's designed for emergency intervention. So we were able to go get his probate stuff taken care of with an emergency petition. We were able to interrupt the foreclosure process on a home. He was able to secure financing. We got him his credit and stuff looked at because his 605 credit score. This man cuts grass for a living, but he didn't have any credit. So we were able to get a first-time buyer FHA, and he was able to protect his mom's home, her legacy. And that's what this is all about.
He ran through how many years with his eyes closed? That's crazy.
Well, and that is the fact. People think that if I don't see it, it goes away. Yeah. And that's just not how it is.
No, it's not.
This business that I've created, I am a real estate broker. I've been in the mortgage industry or in the real estate industry since 1988. I bought my first property. I started out as a real estate investor. So all those infomercials that was on TV back in the day, Mike and Irene Milan, Tom Vu, Dave Deldado, Carlton Sheets, I wanted to be like them. I'm not going to lie to you. And I was in Detroit, Michigan at the time. That's where I was born and raised. And I'm not going to lie to you, Donald Trump was actually an inspiration to me then when he was on The Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, with Robin Leach. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to grow up and be like him. Of course, that was then. This is definitely not now. But that's what motivated me from walking out the projects, because your environment, you do not have to be a product of your environment.
Right.
I was walking past people that were shooting needles and stuff in their arms, and I was walking past them going to business college. And then when I went to business college, I graduated from there, then I started going to real estate school. And people were hanging out and, drinking and drugging and all that kind of stuff. I don't drink or smoke to this day, but life is about choices. Yeah. It's really about choices. And as we get to adulthood, things happen in life, and there's nothing that prepares us for that. There's nothing to educate us about what happens if you lose a job. What happens if you are dealing with a disabled spouse at this point? What happens in the event? And that's what motivated me to get into this business. Is I love helping people. And I love helping people by providing them with the information that they need to be able to help themselves. Anybody can sell real estate. I do have agents that work for me and they sell real estate, but I help people. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and what an amazing task it is. How has it increased over the years?
Okay. Foreclosures always have existed. How I got to Atlanta back in 1992 is I did a foreclosure transaction here. One of the ex-Braves players and his wife was going through a hostile divorce. It wasn't about money. It was the nastiness, and they ended up going into a divorce situation. The house went into foreclosure, and I stepped in and I acquired that property and sold that property. They made money, I made money, and that's what motivated me to come to Georgia, being a problem solver. In good times, foreclosures exist because foreclosures don't exist because people are not able to pay their mortgages. But to give you what's happened in the last year, in the 5 counties that surround metropolitan Atlanta, average, all 5 counties, the first Tuesday of the month, you normally will have 300, maybe 400 foreclosures in all 5 counties. Now that number has doubled and going into a tripled stage, believe it or not. Since
That's
just
the
one
environment that we're in. Yeah, the environment that we're in.
Now, this past Foreclosure Tuesday, for the first Tuesday of April, DeKalb County alone had 412 properties that went to foreclosure.
Oh, goodness.
So you have record number bankruptcy filings. You have a lot of people that's really hurting and going through a lot, but there's no safeguards in a 30-year mortgage.
Right. So true. So true. Tell folks how they can reach out to you, get more information. Also, I know you're on TikTok, but are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Are you doing anything?
I'm on all of that. I'm on all of that. My TikTok is David W. Broker on TikTok. My Instagram is David the Real Estate Guy. My YouTube channel is Let's Talk Real Estate with David and Company. I am on all the social media platforms on LinkedIn. Of course, I'm David Washington, real estate broker as well. I do a variety of different courses. So it depends on what your circumstances are. So if you're going through a divorce, it will be divorceandrealestatehelp.com. If you're going through foreclosure in Georgia, it will be foreclosuretuesdaytaskforce.com. Anywhere else in the United States is stopforeclosuresecrets.com. The number you can reach me at is 770-318-4142. And if you need to email me, it will be dwashingtonrealtor@gmail.com. So you can Google me and my information comes up. Majority of my clients, believe it or not, are out of state. And I hear so many different challenging type situations where people are, I just feel bad. I don't know any other way of saying it.
You're probably like a therapist a lot of times.
Plus, I'm also a certified dispute mediator. I stumbled upon that because I've been an expert witness on some divorce cases where I had to testify on divorce cases. And it says, I told myself, listen, you need to become a certified mediator because a lot of these cases can be mediated.
Exactly.
People hurt each other on purpose. I just did a video just before getting on with you where a husband literally says, listen, I'm going to hold the house hostage. If you don't agree to my terms, give me custody of the kids, I'm going to let the property go into foreclosure. It's just a lot. But I was able to communicate with these people and work out a scenario where it worked out for both.
Awesome. David, you do a tremendous service to your community as well as to the world. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing. Look, I hope I have to never see you in this situation, but you never know. You never know.
Now, just like people losing houses in foreclosure, I've acquired, I teach a real estate investing course. And a lot of times, I bought my house out of foreclosure. This lady just couldn't afford the home any longer. I live on a golf course and all that. And the mortgage company made a mistake. And I was able to sue the mortgage company. And I got them to knock $350,000 off that balance. So I ended up picking a $700,000 house up for $300,000 because the lender made a mistake. So it's not always about the homeowner. That's correct.
That's
correct.
David Washington, thank you so much for joining us. And
thank you so much for having me.
His services, please give him a call. Thank you so much. God bless.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
You too. Thanks so much for joining me for Good News today. If you'd like to be a guest, reach out to us at goodnews@thepgnetwork.org and catch Good News on pgntv.org. I'll see you next time with some more good news. God bless you. I'm Twanda Black.